Today we are going to start another very important layer of this our flexible pavement known as aggregate base course. Before I start explaining this aggregate base course, first of all go through this figure. You know this figure, it is our subgrade layer. Over this subgrade layer, we have put another layer which I have already explained to you in my previous video, and this is our layer, and this layer is given name aggregate subbase. And I had already told you this layer is optional, it is not a mandatory. Clear? Over this layer, very important layer which we have to study today, it is this one. And this layer aggregate base course. Very important layer. So from this this figure which I have drawn over here, this is optional. It means this is not a mandatory. It is optional. Sometimes we are putting, sometimes we are not putting. So and then this top layer, which is very fundamental and very important part of the flexible pavement, that is our aggregate base course. So from here, I want to tell you one thing, that if someone say you what is aggregate base course, so then you will have to say that the layer of material placed on subbase or directly over subgrade. You know, I have used this word directly over the subgrade. It means in the absence of subbase. Because when I have not put this subbase, then this granular material which is directly placed over the this subgrade material is known as aggregate base course. Base course. This is very simplest way of defining this aggregate base course. Now the question is, what is the function? So let me tell you in points that what is the function of this layer. Transfer load from the topmost surface to the bottom. Mostly we can say a bottom layer which is a mandatory subgrade. It is a function of this one. The second point, helps in drainage. Third point, about this layer, it has to support the structure. So we can say that support the road structure. Throughout its service life. When it is going to support the structure, it means how one thing can support the structure. Because after writing these 3 points, now I am going to explain you about the construction point of view, that how this layer is made. First point, we are placing this material in layer of thickness minimum 150 mm. It is not mandatory that all the time you will say that our thickness is 150 mm. Maybe in rural areas, or maybe in the cycle track, or maybe at some place, its thickness can be 100 mm. So let me write down this in bracket. Its thickness can be 100 mm, or it can be 200 mm, etc. depending upon the use of the road. So keep this thing in mind. So that's why it's not a hard and fast rule that you will stick in your mind 150 mm. And I have given you example. Maybe some cycle track, maybe some area where the traffic is the least, it can be 100 mm, or it can be 200 mm, depending upon the utility, where to whom this road is being served. So that's why its thickness will vary. Second point, it is also recommended it should be 3 times the maximum size of the aggregate. So this another very important point to understand, that when we have laid down this layer, thickness will also depend upon your size of the aggregate. How we are going to lay down it? So it's by the grader. When it is laid down by grader, according to the road slope, known as the cross slope, you can say that, and profile. We have, you see, first of all, we discussed this material, thickness. After the thickness, we have reached this one with the help of the grader, we have laid down this layer. When the laying is done, what should be the next step? Very important to know. We have to compact it very well, and its compaction can only be achieved if the moisture is added, or you can say that water is added before the mixing of this material. So that's why point D, it can be compacted with roller. Because we have to compact it. And how much should be the degree of compaction? 98% of maximum dry density. This compaction which I have written over here is found out by AASHTO T191 method. So this is the standard used for the determination of the compaction. So this is. And last point, if you feel that in this material moisture is not up to the required level, so we can write down that we can add moisture. Moisture means throw of water. Let me write down it. Throw of water during the compaction stage. You know, if the moisture is very less, it's not going to reach its specific density of the compaction. So that is why, if in order to adjust this, in order to bring it to the required level, we can add the moisture. Moisture means we can add the water at the time of the compaction in order to achieve our required compaction. And that's it. Now next, I will explain to you the materials used for the aggregate base course. Now this material, let me write down material for aggregate base course. You know, this aggregate base course has to sustain the load and has to protect the surface by transferring the load to the bottom. Due to this reason, we can say that this material should be in proper shape, should be in proper gradation, should having certain properties in order to form well refined type of the surface. So that's why, as both of this material is concerned, let me write down material for this surface consists of the following. Number one, coarse aggregate. Up to 50 mm size. Fine aggregate. Silt. Fourth one, clay. As both this clay is concerned, I will explain it to you later. Okay, these four types of the material which I have written over here, their proper blend. You know, these four material, when all these four materials are mixed up with each other to form proper blend. What do you mean by proper blend? Okay, that I will show you later when I will explain to you this gradation. Proper blend means they should be mixed up with each other in very fine way. Because you know, coarse material is required in order to provide the strength. This silt and clay, these are the fines. These are required in order to fill the voids. These are required in order to provide the cohesion. So that is why this is mandatory. But later we will also study that what is the side effect if we have the more value. So that's why keep this in mind. These four types of the material mix up with each other to form this blend. And from where we are going to get this material. Now the question arises, okay, now as we have written this word blend, from where we are going to get this material and its answer. First thing, crushed aggregate. Crushed aggregate. B. Crushed slag. C. Recycled material. So these are the commonly used material used for making this layer known as the aggregate base course. Now next, as I have written about this material, which are going to form this our material in a proper blend for making this layer known as the aggregate base course. Now this material